Okay, so we're going to take a look at the Weldments improvements for 2016 now. So if I just switch over to SOLIDWORKS here, we'll see we've got a weldment frame in the process of being made on the screen. Designing structures in SOLIDWORKS has always been really fast and easy with weldments, and with 2016 there's some added enhancements to help us get our job done faster. So the first one of those actually relates to the structural member tool itself. So within this tool, the structure of the size column has been reorganised. So if we take a look here, the first thing you'll notice is the last two profiles that you've used appear at the top underneath a black line. So it gives us very quick access to those profiles that maybe we use often. Also, you'll see this list below that black line is sorted numerically, again just to help us select the profile size that we want a lot faster. So if I select the profile size I want, we'll just go ahead and place some of these on screen, like so. The next enhancement here is that the material properties can be transferred from the library profile directly through into our component. So this is something that we didn't have the ability to do before and should streamline the whole process, ensuring we get accurate mass property calculations, centre of gravities and things straight away from our weldment parts. Another area that's seen some improvements is within the tree. The features that are created by the structural member tool now actually show the naming convention that was used from the library profile. So they're a lot easier for us to visualise and select. So in previous releases that feature would have been called structural member 4, or the next logical number for the structural member features we've created, whereas now they're actually named with the profile name. This has another benefit in that when we hover over a component on screen, the actual tooltips will display. So we'll take a look at another improvement now to the end cap tool. So we'll just start our end cap tool here and we'll place one on the end of here. So we've long had the ability to create external and internal end caps. In 2015 we saw the introduction of an internal end cap that can be specified at an offset value, for example. So if we place one of those onto our design here, what we haven't been able to do is actually get access to drag handles for those dimensions. So you'll see now that I can visually drag that end cap in terms of its position, and even on this curved profile here it does a very good job of repositioning that end cap. At assembly level we've had the ability to use the tab key to hide components since around 2012 from memory. That functionality never existed in the multi-body modelling environment, whereas now you'll see if I hit the tab key on one of these components that it hides it away. And if we use Shift Tab, it brings the component back. So it's just a really nice way for us to navigate around our model and just brings it more in line with the behaviour that we have at assembly level. This will also work with surface bodies as well as solids. When we're working with a weldment part, a cut list is created automatically for us, and we can review the properties of these by accessing the table here. But one thing that used to happen fairly consistently is we could resize this box to however we wanted it to be, including column lengths and bits and pieces like that, but the resizing operation wasn't remembered the next time we came into the cut list. So if I just expand the type box there and return to the cut list, you'll see that information is retained. So more of a limitation that's been addressed than an enhancement, if you like. One of the other areas that users used to express concerns about was the additional property total length here, which categorises the total length of that particular profile in the entire model, wouldn't transfer across if we created a derived weldment part. That issue has now been addressed, so if we do create our derived weldment components, that total length property will come across as well. Okay, so we've seen the structural member size lists, the structural member names by size and type. We can transfer the material properties from the library profiles. We can take the total length property across. We can also modify end caps using reference dimensions.